You're scrolling through your phone like always, barely paying attention, just letting your feed wash over you. Then you see something that makes you stop cold. It's not a meme or some viral drama this time, it's different. A joint post from Jamal Robert and Ruben Studdard. Yes, that Ruben Studdard. The smooth-voiced soul singer who won hearts on Season 2 of American Idol. And Jamal? He's the rising R&B talent who's been building his name in the underground scene, refusing to follow the usual path most new artists take. But this isn't your regular collaboration tease. It's not just a one-off duet or some lazy remix for clout. No, this is something much bigger, a full-on musical partnership between two artists from completely different generations. The kind of project you don't see unless there's something truly real behind it. A spark, a purpose, and people are paying attention for a reason. Let's rewind for a moment so you understand why this news has everyone talking. Jamal Robert isn't your typical American Idol contestant trying to ride the fame wave. From the very start, he stood out. His voice didn't sound like everyone else's. It had depth, rawness, and a soulfulness that made you feel things you didn't even realize you were missing. But even more than his voice, what made Jamal different was his approach. While others chased the spotlight, Jamal stepped back and took his time. He didn't rush into a record deal or flood the internet with flashy singles. Instead, he quietly crafted his own style, working with low-key producers, slowly growing a loyal audience one step at a time. No gimmicks, just real music. Then there's Ruben. You can't talk about R&B in the early 2000s without mentioning his name. He didn't rely on glitter or drama. He just stood in front of a microphone and sang from his heart. When Ruben sang, you believed every word. That kind of honesty, that emotional connection, it's rare. And even though he's not on magazine covers every week anymore, Ruben never stopped. He kept creating, growing, and staying true to himself while so many others lost their way in the chaos of fame. So when the two of them announced they were working together, it wasn't just news, it was a moment. A wave of energy rippled through fans and music lovers. But what most people don't realize is that this project goes beyond music. It's about legacy, reinvention. It's a bridge between two eras that usually never meet in such a powerful, intentional way. Jamal grew up listening to Ruben's music. He said it in interviews how Ruben's songs were part of the soundtrack to his childhood. He used to sing along in his bedroom, dreaming about the day he'd create music that touched people the same way. And now, that dream is turning into reality. What's really surprising is how naturally it all came together. There wasn't a big press release or some calculated business move by a label. Just two artists who respected each other's work. Word is, they met backstage at a small music event. Jamal had just performed an intimate acoustic set. Ruben was in the audience. And he didn't just enjoy what he heard, he was blown away. After the show, he pulled Jamal aside and said, "You've got it. Don't let this industry change who you are." That conversation stuck with Jamal. From there, their relationship grew. Late-night calls turned into sending voice notes back and forth. Eventually, they started hanging out in the studio. At first, there was no plan to make an album. It was just about sharing ideas, jamming, and seeing what happened. But then one night, something clicked. Jamal played a track called Something Personal, a song he hadn't even released yet. Ruben listened, then looked at him and said, "I want to be part of this. Let's make something real." That was the start. But don't expect a typical feel-good album. What they're building is rich and layered. They're exploring deep, emotional themes, fame, pressure, self-identity, and staying true to your voice when the world wants to reshape you. These two have lived those struggles just at different times. Jamal is still fighting to break through without selling out. Ruben has learned how to evolve and grow without losing the core of who he is. Their project is like a musical conversation between two versions of the same soul. And here's the part you need to understand. This isn't a trend-chasing, TikTok bait album. They're not aiming for viral dances or radio formulas. They're making something that matters. That's why everyone's watching. Because in a world full of noise, what they're creating feels real. There's even more to the story. Ruben doesn't just co-sign artists for the sake of staying relevant. He's been in this business for over 20 years. He's seen artists blow up and fade out. Labels rise and crumble. Trends shift overnight. So when Ruben says Jamal is special, it means something. It's not just flattery, it's coming from a place of experience and deep understanding. Ruben isn't trying to ride someone else's wave. He's choosing to work with Jamal because it reminds him of why he fell in love with music in the first place. And for Jamal, Ruben has always been more than just a singer, he was a lifeline. Jamal shared in interviews that during tough moments in his life, like when his parents split or when he failed out of music school, it was Ruben's songs that helped him through. Flying Without Wings played on repeat in his headphones during nights he thought he'd never make it. Ruben's gospel album was the thing that reignited his belief in music, so when they finally met, it wasn't random. It felt like something that was always meant to happen. The sessions for the album weren't rushed or overly planned. They didn't follow a corporate schedule. Some days, they didn't even record. They just talked. About life, about struggles, about what music means to them. Jamal would play voice memos he'd recorded at 2 a.m. Ruben would scribble lyrics on scraps of paper. It wasn't about impressing anyone. It was about being honest. Their sound is hard to define. It's not old school, but it's not fully modern either. It's something in the middle, a new space they've carved out for themselves. Jamal brings this sharp, smooth energy. His voice cuts through but never feels forced. Ruben's voice, on the other hand, wraps around you like a warm blanket. Together, they don't just harmonize, they talk to each other through music. It's a blend of strength and softness, of tension and comfort. The first song they completed almost didn't make it onto the project. It was that raw. In it, Ruben sings about what it feels like to be forgotten, not in a bitter way, just real. He reflects on the quiet moments after fame, when people stop calling and the charts stop caring. Then Jamal enters with his part, singing about the pressure of always being watched. The pressure of carrying expectations that never belong to him. It's like they're both walking the same road, but from different ends. That theme duality runs through the whole album. Past and future. Known and unknown. Fame and loneliness. Confidence and fear. It's not just two artists making music. It's two storytellers creating a space to tell their truth, hoping that people are ready to really hear it. People close to the project have started calling it the Legacy Tapes. That's not the official name, but it stuck. Because this isn't just an album you throw on shuffle, it's a collection of moments. A story. A project made to last. Every lyric. Every note. Every live instrument has been handled with intention. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is added just to fill time. And then there's the secret weapon. A mysterious track that no one outside their circle has heard. Rumors say it features a third artist, someone legendary who hasn't released music in years. If the gossip is true, that one song alone could change everything. But no one's saying a word. No confirmations. Just whispers and speculation. The buzz online is real. Fans are posting studio photos, speculating over cryptic captions, and trying to decode every hint. But here's what matters. The rollout for this album is as intentional as the songs themselves. There are no over-the-top trailers or countdown clocks. They're letting curiosity build naturally, letting the music speak before the marketing does. The first single is done and currently being mixed. Insiders say it's a slow-burning ballad that hits you right in the chest. The lyrics were born out of a deep conversation they had late one night. It's not about heartbreak or chart positions. It's about being present, showing up when no one else is watching. For yourself, for your art, for the people who believe in you. They recorded that song in one take. No edits, no retakes. And when it was done, the studio went completely silent. Everyone felt it. Visually, the entire project is being treated like a cinematic story. Each track will have a music video, but not like the usual flashy ones. These are short films, story-driven, emotionally rich. The videos will follow a narrative that ties the whole project together, centered around mentorship, memory, and musical legacy. Ruben plays a mentor figure. Jamal plays the seeker. It's symbolic, but also deeply personal. They've even brought in an indie film director, known for subtle, emotional storytelling, to make sure it feels authentic. And though the album is dropping in late 2025, they're not waiting to share it live. They're planning a mini tour, small, intimate venues with stripped-down sets. No flashy lights or massive screens. Just real music and eye contact. Jamal said in a live stream, "If we can't look our fans in the eyes when we sing these songs, then we've missed the whole point." Even more inspiring is the partnership they're working on with a nonprofit that supports music education in underserved communities. Part of the album's earnings will go toward scholarships, music workshops, and giving young talent access to real studios. For Ruben, it's a way to give back to the environment that shaped him. For Jamal, it's about keeping the door open for raw, overlooked talent. Streaming platforms are also involved in the rollout. Curated playlists, behind-the-scenes, videos, special listening sessions. It's all coming together not to sell an album, but to share a story. And then there's that one track, the one everyone's waiting for. The mystery guest. No one's heard it yet, but the buzz is that it could take this project from powerful to legendary. If the rumors are right, this could be the kind of moment that shifts everything in music. This isn't just another album. It's a living, breathing piece of art. A message. A bridge between generations. A reminder that real voices still matter. That honest storytelling can still cut through the noise. That you don't have to chase trends to be heard. Ruben and Jamal didn't just make a few songs. They created something that feels alive. And soon, the whole world will hear it. And there you have it, Ruben Studdard and Jamal Robert aren't just teaming up for another R&B album. They're building a legacy. A project rooted in soul, honesty, and pure talent. In a world where everything moves fast and trends come and go, this collaboration reminds us what real music sounds like, what it feels like. If you're as excited as we are, make sure you hit that like button. Drop a comment below with your favorite Ruben Studdard song or your first memory of hearing Jamal Robert. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the latest updates on this groundbreaking project. Whether you're a longtime fan of Ruben or just discovering Jamal's voice for the first time, this moment is for all of us who believe in music with meaning. This is more than an album, it's a statement. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep supporting real artistry. We'll be back soon with more exclusive updates, behind-the-scenes stories, and maybe even a sneak peek at that mystery track everyone's buzzing about. Until then, stay inspired, stay real, and we'll see you in the next one.